I find you go round and round. You don't find any bloody taking them one day. This is so much your cool.
Just a pound for that one, is it?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah? Perfect.
Awesome. Lovely, thank you. No problem. We're ready to walk the front doors now.
Morning, buddy, you alright?
Morning.
Oops.
Having a good morning?
Yeah, not bad so far, you? Excellent. How much after for the walking boots?
I'm doing £10 a boot.
£10 a boot, okay. Big spending time. 5 pairs. Whew. Hopefully, I can get rid of 20 and not feel guilty. 10, 20.
Yeah. Have a look through them and see if you want them, and I'll do. Is it £10 for lot? Is it, yeah?
I'm on 20. Good. Oh mate, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I've only got 4 pairs. I can't even count. What silly.
Don't worry.
See, I missed out on a BS deal. I don't really deal in video games, but it always pays to look around on a stall. Because if you don't, you might miss out on stuff. But it's alright, don't mind, but... Back Coliseum. Cool. Morning, how much for the thing? 10. 10?
No. It's been open to do it, it's been open, not played with.
Right, okay. Do you trust that? 10 quid. 1 sold. Now, if you were expecting more footage, you're not alone. So was I. I don't know what it is. I just haven't got the knack of filming at a car boot sale. So I tried 3 options so far. Holding the GoPro in my hand, that didn't work. I need 2 hands to look at stuff. So I was constantly putting it down or in my pocket, and then it just wasn't working at all. And I thought, okay, let's get both hands free, strap it to my chest. And in theory, that worked quite well. But as soon as I sort of bent over, all you were seeing was sort of my crotch and my knees and the floor. You weren't seeing the object itself. So that kind of didn't work. So I thought, okay, I'll strap it to my rucksack and just have it sort of there pointing around. And that worked a bit better, but it still didn't really capture what I needed to do. And it's a little bit sort of in your face, you know? So I'm having a torrid time trying to film. And I say, I'm talking away, I'm doing that fine, but it's just at the actual filming I'm struggling with. So I've got one more option. And this is something I bought at this car boot sale. It's this. So it's an official GoPro wrist mount. So what I can do, I can obviously affix it to there, put the straps on, and attach it to my wrist. And it sort of sits there. So I've got both hands free, and I can hopefully still film whatever I'm sort of holding. That spins round, so I can spin it round and then like talk to you or whatever and have it face me. So I'm hoping this is going to be the solution to my problems. If not, then yeah, I'm just going to have to rethink things. So I'm going to use this one tomorrow on the car boot sale, hopefully if it's on. And yeah, report back hopefully with a much more comprehensive in the field footage video. Wish me luck. So yeah, that's 2 quid. So I thought, yeah, I'm more than happy to pay that. But this video is going to be a bit of a medley because the weather has been a bit iffy the last few weeks, of course, as well as my filming skills. So 2 of the car boots I've been to weren't particularly good, but the one last Sunday wasn't too bad. But I wasn't in the right sort of frame of mind to do car booting. I just wasn't really feeling myself. Call it mental health, call it what you will. I just wasn't quite all there, and I was sort of letting things just pass me by and what have you. So yeah, it wasn't the best car boot sale ever. It was a big one, but I just wasn't really feeling it. Anyway, enough of that. I'll show you what I bought. It's going to be a bit of a random order, I think, because although I can remember where I got things from, what dates, it sort of just, you know, scattered around the place. And I've actually sold a couple of things already, so I'll just have to put sort of images in here of what those were. So let's start with the footage. So you would have seen the footage. Missed out on that on those DS games. What a silly! You put them out as I was paying. I should have just looked, but I didn't. And I say these things happen, but I really need to be more assertive as to what's sort of being put out, and not just diving down looking at one thing. I need to sort of look around at other things too. That being said, I did buy a couple of pairs of walking boots. So I'll just show you one. So this is a brand called Anatom. It's a pretty good brand. In line with like stuff like say Scarpa and like Lower, stuff like that. So this is a pair of walking boots. There are two. Just easy to show one. They're UK size 10. I have given them a bit of a polish, but they do need another going over because they are still a bit worn at the toes. Not too bad condition, no rips, no stains, 5-gram soles. Paid a tenner for those. I did get the brand mixed up with Asolo, or Asolo, how you pronounce it, which is a much higher end boot. So I'd like to think sort of 40 quid-ish for these. Paid a tenner, so I did pay up a little bit, but minimal wear to the soles. I just need to get the uppers looking a bit better. So that's not a bad start. But these ones should do a lot better. So I've had these before. I've actually bought 3 pairs from that chap. I think he was a ex-marine. He had quite a lot of sort of army sort of like surplus stuff, but nothing else I was really interested in. So these are called where's the thing called? Where's the thing gone? There we go. Altberg Defenders. So these are these sort of military issue boots. These are actually UK size 12. I got 2 size 12s and 1 pair of size 11s. One of the size 12s I've kept for myself because they are a fantastic boot to be wearing out the car boot sale so my feet don't get wet. But these ones are in much better condition. They tend to crack around the outer sole. The size 11s and the size 12s that I'm keeping have, but these ones haven't. So obviously I can charge a bit more. Again, paid £10. I've got these listed up for 70, which might be a bit optimistic, but given the condition, they are really good. Given the size, hoping I can get somewhere around that. So that at least, if these sell for like anywhere near that, that's my money back. But yeah, they're definitely the best pair of the 4. Like I said, I got a pair of size 11s as well. They do have crack into the soles. I think I've only got those up for 40. But I thought a pair of size 7 Altbergs before for, I want to say 35 with the similar cracking issue. So I'm hopeful. So if it wasn't for his stall, that carpet really would have sucked. However, I did find these. You saw those cube wolves I picked up? Well, they've sold already for 40 quid. So £1 into 40. That's fantastic. I had no idea they were worth so much. I was thinking like maybe 15 quid. They were packaged, but they were missing some of the inner packaging. Didn't have the instructions. And because you can test them in the packaging, the batteries had run flat. And in order to change the batteries, I would have had to have removed them from the packaging. So it was a bit of a sort of catch-22 situation. So I just sold them as original packaging. I can't test them because obviously what I just described. But yeah, they sold 40 quid on the GSP over to Spain. So they've obviously got a really good following. But I've sold Cuba before and they didn't do that well. So maybe in the last couple of years they've really sort of picked up a bit. I don't know. But anyway, really happy with that sale. So it made the car boot worth it, to be honest. So that was that. Not the best car boot sale, but not the worst. I'm going to jump cut here to the 2 things I found the previous Sunday. Because I only picked up 2 things. But they're 2 quite good things. And 2 things I wouldn't normally pick up. They are speakers. So then, yes, speakers, not the sort of thing I typically pick up because the chance of it not working is quite high. There are lots of functions and yeah, like I said, there's a lot to go wrong. However, I'm pleased to report that these are fully working. So this is the Sony, I'm going to zoom you in here, CMT FX 300i MP3 dock, basically iPod dock because that's the iPod's connection. It's also got a CD player. It's also got an FM radio. The only thing is, it is missing the antenna, so the radio might work, but I can't get a signal. So make that very clear in the listing. It comes with a plug, of course. It comes with the wires and connections, and it even comes with the remote. That remote on its own is probably about 9 quid. So my money's almost back with that. But it does work, I'm pleased to say. So got lucky, paid a £5. Should hopefully be 35 to 40, I'd like to think. So yeah, really happy with that. I typically won't pick up anything that isn't sort of Sony and higher, like stuff like Alba, even like Panasonic it doesn't really seem to be like the sort of resale value to warrant taking the risk on buying it in the first place. Noisy helicopter. How inconsiderate. Anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping for sort of, yeah, 35, 40 quid, that'd be nice. However, this, and excuse the mess in the background, these are where it's at. So, these are Harman Kardon sound sticks. Now they date from the year 2000, and they were basically designed, they were designed by Johnny Ive, who did a lot of the sort of Apple's products throughout the 1990s and into the 2000s. Very aesthetically pleasing. The subwoofer bit, this bell sort of shaped thing here, reminds me of like a jellyfish. They're transparent, you can see all the sort of workings within. There are two of these sort of tower speakers as well. I shan't get it all out, I'll put a screenshot in here because it's a bit of a pickle to get all in. But yeah, it comes with this amazing like transparent charger as well. Look at that. See all the sort of connectors and relays and fuses in there, pretty cool. And all the sort of gubbins, as well as the original polystyrene, which is pretty cool. But I say I paid £30 for this, which is the most I've ever spent on one item to resell. However, because it comes in the original box, because it's all there, you know, instructions a lot, and because it's in such good condition, and fortunately because it's all working, which I'm super relieved about, should easily be able to push deep into three figures. I'm thinking maybe 120, maybe a bit more. That'd be nice, but we'll see. But say from 30 quid, my money is safe, and I'm just glad they're working. And you're back in the room, so that's that. So now I've got the remainder of the stuff I picked up from last weekend, so I wasn't feeling myself. Yeah, try to go in with a bit sort of open mind and try and clear my head, but yeah, it was strange. It was not a nice big car boot sale, but just, yeah, I just felt like I was missing out on quite a few things. However, don't be despondent if you're missing out on the chintzy magpie stuff. You know, the real low hanging fruit, the lowest hanging fruit. It's so low it's fall onto the floor. You know, the sort of shiny Nike trainers and video games and good, the stuff that everyone goes for, because you'll be surprised at what stuff that is left behind is worth if you know what to look for. Now, at the time, like I said, I felt a bit despondent, but now I've come home, researched stuff. There are a couple of bits that I picked up late that I am just amazed at how much they're worth, assuming they work. So, first thing I picked up was, ouch, trapped my finger. It was this. So this is a vintage Tonka. It's called a T6 trencher. So it's like a digger, but yeah, got a backhoe and a front scoop too. I believe it's from the 70s, similar to that fire engine I picked up a couple of weeks back. It's all there. It's not missing the top. It's a little bit rusty on the surface. Hopefully I can give it a good sort of wipe down. I might be able to give it some sort of paint and make it look a bit better. But say that, you know, the sort of scoop, oh, a bit stiff. But anyway, that all works. Bucket all works. Both tank tracks are on there. That's important. Paid a fiver for that. Did pay a little bit. I thought it was worth more than it is. Hopefully 20, 25 on that one. So not an amazing return, but you know, anything like die cast is different. I'm happy to have. Happy to appreciate while I have it and then sell on for a bit of profit. Suits me to a T. Two other things from that seller. They had a load of like Tonka toys, but a lot of it was really, really mashed up, missing pieces, and it wasn't that cheap, so I kind of passed. So another thing I picked up, did think this would do a bit better. This is a Corgi Heister Challenger forklift truck, but with any forklift truck, it's missing the forks. It's like a container, like a shipping container thing. So it would pick up the shipping container, and it, hang on, turn that, goes up and down. Pretty simple, but as you can see, no shipping container, no forks. Paid £2 for that. I've got that listed up for £8 plus postage. Got a couple of watches already, so that's okay. But yeah, not the return I was hoping for, but that's fine. That's my own fault for not realising it wasn't all there. And the last thing I got from that person, that seller, was this. Got a bit of vintage dinky. So this obviously has seen much better days. This is the Corgi, no it's not, sorry, Dinky Bedford pull, I think it's called the Pullmore. Yeah, I think Bedford Pullmore car transporter. Missing the rear flap. I believe it's got like a separate ramp as well that you sort of affix and the cars can go up. So not complete. It's missing a tyre there. Again, paid £2. It's also been painted that side. But as a resto project, not a bad base. I think I've got this up for £13 plus postage. I'll take about a tenner or so. Again, got a couple of watches, so there's definitely value in there. But obviously, the better condition that it is, the better that it would do. It'll do a lot better in better condition. So that's that. So I thought, okay, that's not a bad start. Good to get some die cast, you know, in my bag. Some early doors. I can't remember what order I got this in, so I'm just gonna go for it. Found a Jellycat. I do not find Jellycats very often. I'll be honest. I don't look through every sort of plushy pile bin in charity shops, etc. Because I'll be honest, I can't really be bothered. But I saw this guy on the mat. I thought that looks like a Jellycat. I know they can be imitated, and it was. So this is the corduroy small penguin. I paid £1. He is, what have I got him up for? I think I've got him up for a tenner. No, maybe £12 plus postage. That seems to be about the going rate, £10 to £12. So that's not too bad for £1. More than happy with that. Right, let's do some shoes now. Now, as I said before, I find vintage is like taking over certain markets of footwear. Also, if it's getting dark, I'm really sorry, but this is the only time in the day I've had to record this video. It's currently 25 to 9. Anyway, I shan't digress. So yeah, like I said, vintage has been taken over a little bit in terms of certain like demographic of shoes on eBay, if that makes any sense. Certain shoes that would sell well before, they're more likely to sell well on Vinted rather than eBay, and stuff on eBay just sort of sits around a little bit. That being said, came across a store. Yeah, quite a few pairs of shoes on the floor. These are the first pair I saw. Nice pair of Nike SB. Oh, I've forgotten what they're called. They're not Janowski's. They are. I'm going to put a caption in here. Anyway, asked the lady how much they were. Looking at the soles, they are really good. £2. Well, okay, £2 for those. She also had another pair, very similar. Here they are. They do have laces. Here, I washed them. Again, £2. She also had, didn't see these initially, a pair of Adidas Pharrell Williams trainers. Now, like I said before, I'm a little bit confused as to which Adidas trainers sell well, but these always sell well for me. These Who's, or HU. So really happy to see those. Again, £2. And I also got a pair of Nike SB Portmore Ultralights, and they've already sold. Here's a screenshot. £25 plus postage. Again, £2. So I've already made my money back, and I made a little bit of profit. So all of this is a bonus. So that's fantastic. And again, it's quite a late buy. So I don't know why people sort of didn't buy these. I mean, they're not really smaller size. No, that's a size 8.5, and all those are a 9. I think the Portmores were a 10. So yeah, just because they're not Air Max or Air Force Ones, they seem to have been sort of left behind or overlooked. So more than happy to pick those up, to be honest. So yeah, chuffed with those. Similar notes, got some more shoes. Now, I said before in the past, I am trying to avoid really small sizes. But when I asked how much these were, and she said £1 each, I thought, I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy them and just see how well they do. So, you know, these aren't so bad. These are a pair of New Balance 711 Cush Plus running trainers. They're a UK size 7, I believe. Yeah, UK 7, women's size. Yeah, paid £1. I think I've got this up for 20, so oh yeah, I think offers around there. But these guys are all a lot smaller. So, talking of Air Force Ones, got a pair of Air Force Ones. These are the Air Force One Reacts. So they've like combined the Air Force One and the Nike React shoe. To be fair, not a bad colourway. I wouldn't mind a pair of those in my size, to be honest. But these are not my size. These are a UK 3.5. Wow. So they were £1. The uppers are pretty good. I've given them a bit of a clean. The laces have seen better days, unfortunately. It's not the end of the world. I mean, we're not talking much. I mean, 15 tops, probably. Small size. Might take ages to sell, but I like the colourway, so I'll give them a go. Hopefully someone else likes them too. Then there were these. I'm still not 100% sure these are legitimate, only because I cannot find anything about them. But looking at this, well, I'll just show you. So there are these bright pink Nike shoes. They didn't say Nike on the bottom. That's why I'm a little bit like perplexed by. I'm like, surely it would say Nike in that little indent there. They're also quite old. They're from 2008. So I can undo the tongue a little bit. It's one of these older Nike labels. I think it's legitimate because they used to look like that, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot going on there, but if you type the product code in, it doesn't come up with anything, which is, it just happened with older shoes, to be fair. Google lens them, it comes up with like Balenciagas and Alexander McQueen. I'm like, it's not either of those. So yeah, more research required, I think. Again, they're UK size 4.5, so not a particularly big size. If I can find out what they are, hopefully be 15-ish quid. From £1, I'm not worried, but yeah, just thought they were a cool design. And finally, put your shades on. Ready? Got these Nike Air Max 90s. Super bright. Super bright. I believe they're called, I think this colour's called Volt. I think it's called Volt. But yeah, super bright, sort of yellow-green. Again, not a big size. UK size 4. Not in the best condition. I find with these Nike 90s, Air Max 90s, the outsole always like wears away like really badly, dulls, like fractures at the rear. I don't know why, because they're such an expensive shoe new. You think the quality would be better, but it isn't, and that's the reason why I've held off buying a pair for myself off on Vinted, because even sort of £25–30, you think, oh, that's a nice cutaway. You look at the pictures and think, but they're disintegrating. These are no exception. The outsoles should be a similar colour to the tops, and they really aren't. They are quite a desirable colourway in a bigger size, but only being a UK size 4, only being, well, being in the condition that they are, again, probably no more than about 15 quid. I mean, they're not amazing, but, you know, took a risk. Could take ages to sell. We'll see what happens. Right, let's stick with shoes now. I bought these, a pair of Converse. Saw them on the floor, asked the lady how much they were, £5. Looked them over and thought, yep, that's fine. I'm happy to pay a £5 for a pair of Chuck Taylors. Get about 23 quid-ish. Only when I got home did I realise, and it's going to be difficult to show you on camera, if I do that, if I squeeze, see how they don't like compress. Hidden heel. They're a hidden heel kind of wedge Converse Chuck Taylor. Now I've had hidden heel Adidas shoes before, but never had Converse. Didn't even know they did Converse in this sort of setup. So much more desirable. These are a UK size 7, so a nice women's size. So definitely a little lady shoe. I initially thought they'd been dyed from white. Look how the Converse roundels sort of like not like white. And look at the inside. Look how that's like spilled over. I'm thinking maybe someone's dyed them like roughly. But no, apparently these are actually how they come, which is a bit strange. Anyway, paid a £5. I've got this listed up for 50 quid, which again might be a bit optimistic, but similar ones have sold for similar money. So I'm thinking, well, decent condition, minimal wear to the soles. If that's how they come as a grey pair, then yeah, 50 quid, why not? Let's go for it. Let's see how well they do. So yeah, amazing. I didn't even realise they were heels until I got home. So shows how much attention I was paying, doesn't it? Got a pasta machine. Yes, it was £5. I actually looked this up because I know some pasta machines can do quite well. Yeah, wasn't sure how well this one would do. I did some comps, managed to get some signal, luckily. Yeah, maybe like 30 quid for this, which is fantastic. So it does need a bit of a clean. Here's the unit itself. It weighs a lot. There's the unit. It comes with a handle and another handle. Comes with the instructions. It's like made in Italy. But yeah, could do a bit of a clean to the mechanism, but that's fine. Box isn't in the best condition. It's missing a flap. That hopefully shouldn't matter too much. I did leave behind, sorry, I left behind loads of stuff. I left behind a Fortnum & Mason, that's it. A Fortnum & Mason hamper. And they can sell really well. I'll put a screenshot in here. They can sell really well. I didn't even ask how much it was. It was just a bit big. To be honest, I'm struggling for room a little bit at the moment. Not because of like reselling stuff, just other stuff in the house that's currently stored in here. So I thought, oh, do you know what? I can't be bothered. I kind of forgot about it. And then when I remembered, I was like, oh crap, I forgot about the Fortnum & Mason hamper. It had gone. So never mind. It is what it is. But say, good profit in it potentially, but I haven't got the space. So clothing, yeah, I did get a bit of clothing. So first up, we've got this Nike hoodie, fairly plain. Say this Nike stripe and swoosh across there. There's a V formation. I don't think it's particularly old. It's on the old white tag, so yeah, I'm gonna say it's pretty recent. Size medium. Only paid £1 though. Only paid £1, and I have sold similar things to this in the past and done quite well, like 20 quid. So I'm gonna aim for 20 quid again. Again, it's the sort of thing that would probably sell better on Vinted because of the demographic. But I reckon eBay still got, you know, there's a bit of hope for it on eBay. So I'll give it a go, and if it sells well, I'll buy it again. If it doesn't sell that well, then I probably won't. So there we go. But these clothes are what I really like picking up. So came across a couple. They had a rail on the end. It was all women's clothing. But then I saw 3 t-shirts. When I turned them around, I thought, oh, okay, interesting. So first of all, they're all on here. Got a Maroon 5 Songs About Jane. It is a tour t-shirt. Now, Songs About Jane, I think was Maroon 5's debut. If I'm wrong, correct me. Or I'll correct myself with a comment. I want to say 2003, 2004. I know that when I first started secondary school in 2004, people were raving about Maroon 5. I was like, okay. And to be fair, out of all the Maroon 5 albums, this is probably my favourite. What songs are on that? This Love, Harder to Breathe, Sunday Morning. So yeah, got some good songs on there. So this is a size small. Like I said, it's on a absolutely unknown tag. That is the label. Made in England though, so that's kind of cool. 100% cotton. Yeah, size small, not the best size, but that's a bit of a curio. I love picking up band merch. I just love it. I love music. I love everything about it. So that was definitely coming home with me. Paid £1. These were all £1 each. I don't think it's worth a huge amount. Maybe, I don't know. If it was a bigger size, I could probably push 20, maybe 15 quid, something like that. So nothing amazing, but that's okay. They also had this Maroon 5 t-shirt. This is, what does it say? There we go, Tour 2004. So yeah, they hit a fair few places. I guess, yeah, the European tour. So there they are. This is a bit of a bigger size. This is a size medium. Fruit of the Loom, classic value weight. Again, not amazing. Probably no more than sort of 15 odd quid. But say from £1, that's absolutely fantastic. However, they also have this. This is my favourite. This is my favourite find of the day. I know it's not worth as much as some other stuff, but this is amazing. Are you ready? Yo, Justin Timberlake. Look how young he looks. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the Justified tour, 2003, 2004. Justin Timberlake was the boy back in the day. Pretty much the entire primary school class, all the girls just like worshipped him. He was the darling of the pop scene back then. Again, size medium, Fruit of the Loom. Yeah, European tour. Look at that. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Value-wise, hopefully a bit more. I want to say sort of 20, 25. Might be way off the mark. But there aren't many of these on eBay. If any, there are like similar styles, but for different tours, like the US tour. But not many like this. So I'm hopeful that one might be a bit better. So, again, I'll let you know in due course. Right, last couple of bits. I'll show you. These two things here. £4, £3. Got these two really late on. At this point I was feeling pretty despondent. Didn't know that any of that was really worth decent money. I had an ogre. I mean, that's not a bad haul to be fair. But I just was waiting for that like star find. And I know it doesn't always happen. Like some car boots are just meh rather than like having standouts. And I thought these two were like okay items. But now I've got them back, researched them. These are actually pretty darn good. So, let's start with this one. Any guesses? Not particularly big. It's this. This is the last thing I picked up. So yeah, Sennheiser, which is a great audio brand. This is the... I'm not going to... Any ideas how that's pronounced? Dynamish's Richt microphone. Basically, it's a dynamic recording microphone. MD402LM. So, definitely an older unit. So, this is it. It's pretty sleek, actually. I love the sort of brushed aluminium look to it. So, yeah, Sennheiser. There you go. Made in Germany. So, I don't think it's super old. I'm sure it would have said made in West Germany if it was a lot older. So I'm going to say maybe, yeah, early 90s, something like that. Comes with a little stand as well. Now, it does have this, the wider input. I do have an adapter. I plugged it into my laptop and it's just like, it doesn't know. So I need to somehow find a way to test this on an older audio machine. I don't have any in stock, so I'm just going to have to just bide my time with that one because I need to make sure it's tested and working. Because if it is, that £4 could potentially be 80. 80 quid. It's in fantastic condition. The case itself is lovely. That sticker is not peeling off at all. Really, really desirable microphone that. So yeah, really committed to getting that hopefully tested and working. However, it's trumped by this one. Now I will be honest, it is a camera. I'll just show you. It does need a charger. I need to buy a charger. It'd be an unofficial one. It'd be about 8 quid, something like that. So 3 plus 8 is 11 quid invested, hopefully. What's this? Now, I love picking up cameras. Digital, 35mm, etc. A lot of them aren't worth very much. Some of them are, but the ones that are outnumbered by the ones that aren't. A lot of them have really strange battery requirements. And a lot of the ones that are, say, 35mm, I struggle to film test them, so I can't realise the higher prices. However, with digital cameras, there is potential to fully test them without issue, but then there are more things to go wrong. So it is a bit of a lottery buying them. Now, some of this one on the table came with this just generic pouch. Asked the guy how much it was. £3. £3. Not gonna grumble. However, doesn't turn on, but does come with a battery. If I can undo the thing, here we go. So comes with the Nikon battery. Like I said, I can buy a charger for that. It's about, yeah, £8-9. So hopefully I can get that working. Also comes with a 4GB memory card. Lovely. Pretty sleek camera, lovely red colour, no scratches at the screen. 60 megapixels, not bad resolution. So yeah, 6x zoom, slim body. And this is the Nikon Coolpix, the S3200. Yeah, S3200. £3. If I can get a charger, if I can get it working, and it's fully working, that is a £100 camera. 100 quid. I've no idea why. I'm not a huge camera buff, but I guess it's just a really desirable camera. I mean, these comps testify that it is, you know, they repeatedly sell for 3 figures or around about that. Phenomenal. And say it was just sat there on the table for, well, probably been there for a couple of hours. I've no idea why it hadn't been bought. Maybe people were expecting it to turn on and thought, oh well, it doesn't work, I'm not going to bother. But there we go. Huge amount of money. Potentially might not work. To be fair, that might not work either. Either way, my money is safe, but ultimately, if it doesn't work, then I'm not going to get the money that I've just quoted. But there we go. It isn't always about the super low-hanging fruit, all the fruit that's fallen onto the floor. It's about knowing stuff. And it doesn't matter what discipline that is. It could be footwear, clothing, electronics. I'm going to stop waving that around before I drop it. Just knowing, or just sensing quality and picking up things that perhaps other people wouldn't, and knowing the value of things that other people don't, because knowledge is power, definitely in this game. And yeah, value can be hiding in the most unlikely of objects. So there we go. Fantastic. And I'll leave it there because I'm sure I've missed a couple of bits, but ultimately I think I've covered all bases really. So not a bad couple of weeks, all things being said. I have to say, favourite find across all 3 weeks, it's got to be those Harman Kardon speakers. Even though they were 30 quid, but I have to say, I've tested them, they are fully working, should be a comfortable £100 plus for those. Mind you, comfortable £100 as well, if it works. So yes, so yeah, super happy. So if you have enjoyed it, please do like, comment and subscribe. Hopefully it hasn't been too dark because the light is fading, but like I said, this is the only time of the day I've got to film videos now. So anyway, until next time, take care and I'll see you then. Goodbye.